Hello everyone, it's Liam Carrison here with another episode of Young Royals. It's episode number 5 of Season 2, the penultimate episode of this season. I believe as of recording, because it's the 13th of March, I believe Season 3 drops tomorrow. Of course, as I've said before, I'm in no rush to, get to Season 3, considering, next week for me is my week off in terms of a recording perspective. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to getting into these final 2 episodes, of course, especially with things restarting, seemingly, with Willem and Simon, with, of course, Willem trying to accept things are the way they are now with Marcus and Simon, and, those old feelings with Simon just had to be restarted, didn't they, after, he did chase Willem, and, it's going to be very interesting to see what will happen because of the fact that, I think Marcus does have a bit of an inkling that, certain feelings are resurfacing once more. But, like I said, it will be very, very interesting to see what will happen over the course of these final 2 episodes. Maybe a bit of a, push for Willem, because obviously with what's been happening over the course of this season, as well as, I guess, the finale of Season 1, it's just been a very, very downbeat, negative environment. So this, I would say, is a bit of a trajectory. This is a bit of a plus for him. So, but maybe that's the way things are going to be from, here onwards until the end of Season 2. So we'll just have to wait and see. So with that said, let's get into this episode of Young Royals. It's episode number 5 of Season 2. Let's go. Oh, man. Just embrace with that, with the shirt. There we go. Positivity. Oh. Speech. Start practicing. Just in case he doesn't do it. He's like, okay, Vil, what's your next move? You're not an idiot. I mean, could be handled better. Like Marcus needs to be. Yeah. Marcus needs to be pushed to the... No. Men jag ville verkligen. Helt rätt liksom. So... Oh, she's just reflecting to August, isn't she? But... She's also got some wisdom there for Simon. What? Jeez! Vi presenterar oss med efternamn och så talar vi om från. Come on, cause chaos. Just cause chaos.
Eller som ska hålla talet.
Kronprinsen.
Kronprinsen. Ja, såklart.
Om du ursäktar nu så har jag en kör.
Om vi tar över telefonen.
He doesn't acknowledge his crown prince.
Detsamma, August.
Tack.
He doesn't acknowledge his crown prince.
Hörni, nu har vi bestämt oss att vi kommer att sjunga den klassiska hillerska sången på jubileet ändå.
Oh. Oh, well that's a kicker.
Att det ska vara ett gruppframträdande och inte ett solo.
Oh, this really is kicking Simon in the guts.
Det kommer att uppskattas.
Can't blame him. I mean, you've spent weeks practicing this and now this is a kick in his face. Good?
Jag försöker göra blir till ett problem när du kommer in i bilden.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Men alltså... Jag trodde att vi liksom...
Well, this is gonna send mixed signals to him.
Simon, jag visste inte att... Hur länge ska jag behöva bli straffad för den här videon?
It's all circling back there and
jag fattar inte för det har inte fått några konsekvenser. Va?
Oh.
Okej, jag fattar att det har varit... Det var August som la ut videon.
Oh, foj!
Jag har avsatt honom som prefekt och rodkapten.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring down his empire. Yeah. Oh no.
Exakt som din mamma. Du säger att du är arg på henne, men det är exakt samma sak som hon gör. Går du inte att ha massa hemligheter och låtsas att du skyddar mig? Fast allt handlar om att du skyddar dig själv i slutändan.
Oh damn. Oh shit. So this relationship is so complicated, and I hate it and I love it at the same time, and it breaks my heart. They'll find a way to persevere somehow, right? I don't know.
Den syr vi fast igen.
It's perfect. Just suffocate the guy, but he's also anxious as well, isn't he?
Fy fan, vilken snake.
Om du inte håller talet, kommer August att göra det?
Varför ska
Oh!
August hålla talet? Vad snackar du om?
It's so funny because she never said shit until now.
Jag behöver dig. På mitt team, Willem.
Backed into a corner, really, because of... Because the alternative is August thriving.
Alltså, han kommer inte ha det bra hos dem, du vet det. Du lovade. Ja, men det är inte jag som
Sarah.
bestämmer. Men
It's out of her hands.
Sarah.
Oh, but yeah, she's...
vad tycker du jag ska göra då?
Till mig så vill jag att ni ska känna att ni får känna det ni känner.
Don't feel restricted and all of that. Just vent, etc. Yeah.
Vi kan inte
What
välja
does
vilka vi
Willem want?
föds som, men vi kan välja hur vi vill leva.
Det betyder att jag skulle kunna låta honom ta över.
But he's not gonna...
Jag
He's
skulle
not
kunna
gonna...
få vara fri. Från det här, från...
Ooh.
Sa han precis att han skulle kasta kronan för din skull?
That's it though, like... It is a big thing, isn't it? But...
Tack, mamma.
Hej då, älskling.
Is he getting the horse? Outbidding the, Holy... He's getting the horse! Damn!
Jag är orolig när du berättade att du är Willes reserv. Kan du lova att inte såra mig?
Okej.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like he does care, but he is just an asshole. Oh.
Strunta i dem. Alltså de här plikterna och idéerna om Gud kommer ju inte bara utifrån. Det är ju hennes eget fel också.
Hon har ju varit tvungen att följa de reglerna. Det är inte som att hon bara
It's so, like, it's so eerie how it, like, resonates.
Hon vill för la ut videon på mig och ville.
Oh, damn! Oh, damn!
Det var August.
Okej. Pero eso bueno,
Yeah.
¿verdad? Que
Oh.
tú sabes quién es.
Damn it, Sarah! Consequences of his own actions.
Kan inte låta August komma undan med det här. Men då...
Nu startar kör vi presentationen från.
Okej, så här. Jag tänker inte svara på några följdfrågor, utan jag tänker bara
I'm out of this.
bok.
En av de bästa kärleksromaner som någonsin skrivits.
I mean, there's only one charted course now for Willem, so...
Skolan måste göra det som är rätt.
Jag försöker inte stoppa dig. Men det är läskigt.
Jag tycker också det är läskigt.
Tackling on August. There's this one chart course for Willem. Hello? We love this. We love to see this. Oh, thank God! Thank God! I mean, they're still kind of see-through-ish, but... That is what we call character development. They closed the curtains. You learn from your mistakes, so... Oh, man. Nah, but, I mean, it is a scary endeavor, isn't it? When it comes to... tackling on August. I mean... Obviously, there is this risk when it comes to Willem having to deal with this responsibility, dealing with everything in terms of, you know, succession of the throne and all that jazz. But it's also about doing the right thing at the end of the day, so yeah. Yeah, but it is a big you know, situation, isn't it? So because if August, you know, gets, because what could happen is it could go the negative way where, you know, nothing gets done in regards to August, and you know, he gets away scot-free. But, you know, just like, say if you do get the results that, you know, he should suffer, and all of that, and that's no backup really for the throne. And yeah, it is a scary endeavor because Willem has to step up. So you even asked, like, okay, well, where does that leave us? Where do we go from here, etc., etc. Which is a good point, to be fair, because it is that case of where do we go from here. But it's going to be it's going to be that, like, one step at a time process, I feel. So yeah. So you could see, you know, how, you know, this was all overwhelming as well for Willem. So yeah, but, you know, it's going to be very interesting. Are we going to have him report in the finale? Because, you know, now these plans have been set. Simone has said, okay, I'm going to tell. But, you know, Sarah has given that instruction to August. Yeah, if you want own responsibility, you gotta tell the police before they tell the police, because now they, like, Simon knows and he's got plans. So whereas communication can be a bit of a detriment in some degrees for Simon and Willem, there is that understandability to why Simon has to go to the police in regards to August. And it is going to be scary on both fronts, because for Willem, it's going to be very scary. I mean, you know, he was, like, obviously when the revelation was out there, Willem just threw up and all of that, like, with not just, you know, the speech and all of that, but also now there's this added pressure of the fact that, well, he could lose Simon for good, because if, you know, August does get into hot shit, he's the only one that really has, and it's just very interesting because you go back to that therapist scene about, you know, we can't, you know, in the end you can't choose how we're born and all of that, and it's all of that, like, situation of, like, you know, how we are supposed to feel and all of that, and he wants this. He wants to pursue Simon. He wants to, you know, have him. He wants to choose him. And if it's a choice of that or the throne, it's going to be Simon. And you know, you're tunnel visioning, I would say. Everything just falling away from it, like everything is just falling away from you with that revelation. But obviously, with this decision, Simon has to report August. So, yeah, and it was just a really, really powerful scene that when, you know, Willem rushed to Simon and said that if I give up my position, we can live how we want. But yeah, in the end, though, that's it though. There's a part of him that doesn't want August to get the throne, obviously. But it's a very, very tough fight, because if August does succeed in all of that, then he gets to be with Simon. He gets to choose how he gets to live. And there is none of this pressure in terms of, you know, taking the throne, doing the speech, etc., etc. But again, I think I think the main thing is, you know, August shouldn't get that power, given how much of a detriment he is and all of that. So that's why, for me, there is a bit of excuse me, there is a bit of that conflict. I would say conflict, because he's openly saying, I will, you know, I will give up the throne, I will give up everything for you. You could tell deep down in his mind he doesn't want August to have the throne, but if not August, who else? Because the other option is Willem. But at the same time, he doesn't want that, like, pressure, and he wants to live his life how he wants to live it. So, and that allows August to have full power, which he shouldn't have. So, and at the same time, it would be a huge kick. Like, deep down, I feel like Willem would feel like it would be a huge kick of a Simon, like the person who, because obviously this has had a huge whiplash on Simon in regards to, you know, now finding out that August leaked the video, and, you know, the fact that your future king is the one that, potentially future king is the one that, you know, leaked the video. It leaves a sour taste, and I feel like for Willem, because that's it though, he's even if Simon does feel a bit of that hurt, I would say, he is trying to look out for the best, because he even said about the fact about, yeah, I was, you know, really worried about presenting this, revelation about, you know, August leaking the video, because it's going to be very, very tough to bring him down. Like, if you're going to try and bring him in court. So, you have to remember, with August and Simon, they are, like, from two different social standings. And there is a heavy back foot that Simon is on. So, yeah, and I feel like deep down, it just does leave a sour taste if, you know, August is king, etc. So it's not just from Villa's perspective, should I say, in regards to you know, not wanting August to have that power. He hates August with every fiber of its being. But it's also thinking about Simon and, you know, how he was wounded from August. So, and now that, you know, August, now that he knows about what August did, it's like, so, but again, I think he is more so prioritizing the fact that he does want this, you know, this to work with him and Simon. And for that to happen, he will willingly have the throne taken away. So, but that's only if, you know, yeah. And that's only really possible if, you know, yeah, Simon cannot, yeah, because excuse me, because if August is reported to the police, there's no backup, and that means, yeah, Willem is there's only one avenue that Willem can charter, and that's, you know, taking on that responsibility. So, but you know, this is right at the end of the day for Simon. He has to report August to the police, and I don't blame him. So, yeah. So then that's why it's all, you know, tunnel visioning. Like at the end, him being sick, him just being scared out of his mind because he's doing this thing. And it's right at the end of the day for Simon to report to the police. But there is that risk of losing everything that matters really for Willem. Because like I said, he doesn't give two hoots about the throne. He would rather care about Simon, but at the end of the day, Simon has every right to report August. So, at the risk of losing everything. So, and it's this case of where do we go from here? But that's a journey that they can charter together, because yeah, it will just be baby steps I would say from here onwards, because everything is not clear as day at the minute, but we'll wing it. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was really great stuff this episode. I really did like the parallels in regards to, you know, the whole Simon Willem situation to the book that was happening and all of that. That was you know, really great stuff and all of that. In regards to just comparing the whole situation, it was just really great. So you could really see like how Willem and Simon were, you know, passionately discussing you know, the I guess dilemma, as Thingy called it, and you know how they were relating so well to each other, because it's like, well, this is very poignant to how we're feeling. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was a really you know, a great episode to focus on choice as well, from Willem, like I just mentioned, in regards to not being able to choose how we are born, in regards to, well, not just in terms of his feelings, I guess you could say, because that's always a very important thing when it comes to sexuality. And obviously with the royal family, they've been very adamant on trying to dismiss Willem from the video, etc. But he can't help how he feels as well. So, but like I said, that's always you know, you can't choose your sexuality. So, and yeah, it you know, the whole thing about, you know, you can't choose how we're born. It doesn't just, you know, represent sexuality, but also in terms of him being in, you know, the royal family and being next to, like, he didn't ask for this, really. And the opposite is, you know, trying to, you know, chase after what we feel, really, and you know, that whole that led to the whole dilemma on, okay, I will give up the throne. I mean, if you do report to August, that means I've only got one avenue to charter, and that is to the throne. So, but I am willing to do that. So, yeah. But there was also, you know, yeah, that whole situation with Sarah as well. So, yeah, because obviously she got very frustrated about Felice as well, with the fact that her family gave up the horse to the bad people. Because Felice said, I didn't have a hand in the decision making, etc. But of course, Sarah's still gonna, you know, feel annoyed about the lack of choice, not the lack of choice, but the lack of power that Felice had in regards to not being able to intervene, not being able to give the horse away to, not being able to prevent the horse from being given away to the bad people. So, yeah. And thus, there is that like idea that she's allowed it to happen. So, although I do feel like August, like he was on the phone to Louise, I think her name was. I do feel like, given the whole situation, he's gonna try and get the horse. He's gonna try and sell some, some equipment, etc., whatever, in order to get the horse. Because this is the thing, he saw how much distress Sarah was in, and like I said in the last episode, I feel like he does genuinely care for Sarah. That doesn't make him a good person. Let's get that, out the way. Because he's still an asshole and all of that. And, with August, he can be the biggest prick on this show. And Sarah can make some mistakes. But at the end of the day, there is that genuine care, I guess you could say. But that doesn't make August a good person and all of that. I think he does absolutely... he does absolutely care for her. But at the end of the day, he will still be an asshole. So, but yeah, he bought the horse. He bought the horse so Sarah could sleep better at night, etc. And not just that though, but it's because he cares for her. So yeah. So it was, admittedly, it was a good move in terms of being a good person. Because that's it, though. I mean, I would rather, it's if there's one good aspect about August, you could say, it is that he does care for Sarah, I guess. So, but it is so hard because he's done all of this shit and he just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And then he, goes above and beyond for Sarah because he genuinely wants to make her happy. So, yeah. But, yeah. It was just a really, really great episode, though. So, yeah. But obviously things were a bit, up and down when it comes to, the beginning of the episode with Willem and Simon, because of course after Simon got absolutely kicked in the butt by the fact that his song wouldn't be represented at the Jubilee, it would go back to the old traditional one, which you can understand how devastated Simon will be. Of course there is that whole idea that, well, we can read the room. We know what it's about. So, and to veer away from any kind of talk and controversy, yeah. But still, you can understand why Simon is not going to be too pleased about it. So, yeah. But, yeah, like I said, things were a bit difficult because, you even had the fact that Simon said that kissing you was a mistake at the ball. So... And, excuse me, and, yeah, that was a salvage move, really. I mean, you can understand why, you can understand why Simon might feel a bit pissed about the fact that, why did you keep this from me all this time? So, but, in Willem's mind, he's trying to look out, because obviously this is not going to be an easy thing to take to court against August. He's trying to present the best options for he's trying to not present the best options, but try to look out for Simon, should I say? And Willem knows that, like I said, taking the fight to August is going to be rough. Not impossible, but yeah. He doesn't want, especially with how hurt Simon is, especially with, how he's been feeling burnt by, the video personally. He doesn't want to make life harder, I guess you could say, for Simon. So, and we know that August has this thing where he can... the beginning of this season, for example, it wasn't looking too great, and then episode 3 comes along where the Queen comes along, because that's it though. There is also going to be that worry for Willem where he will get rewarded for being punished like he has been this season, like in terms of, oh well, he's succeeding Willem in terms of the throne if Willem can't step up. And in his mind, there is this idea of, well, he just gets he could do he could do all the wrongs and he'll get rewarded. And at the end of the day, he doesn't want this to be another. I guess deep down he'll not want this to be another example. So, but again, it's this difficult decision of, I don't want August in power because he is an asshole and he ruins everything that he touches. But deep down, he does want that relationship to work with him and Simon. And if it means giving up the throne, that's the thing that he'll give up, really, even if it means August's in power. So, yeah, but it will be very interesting to see where things are going to go now that, Simon has made his choice. What is August going to do? Because Sarah has, said, okay, you need to have that responsibility. Go to the police before they go to the police, because it might end in, I think it's going to end in one of two ways. It's just who's going to get there first. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see where things are going to go for Willem now that Simon has made his choice, which means there's only one avenue that Willem can make, and that's taking on that responsibilities of the throne. So yeah, even if he doesn't really give a shit about it, it's the avenue he has to take, really. So yeah, but yeah, really, really solid stuff. Excited for the finale. With that said, let's go. Not in terms of let's react to episode 6. I don't have the time for that at the minute because I'm gonna go out soon. So yeah, but no, let's. I'm ready for this. Let's do this. So yeah. With that said, though, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my BD feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles.